Hey, what's up, everybody? This is ReviewBox, and we're still in the spooky season. And today we are going to be going over the movie Good Boy. And we got a special guest, Haley, and we have another special guest,
Jacob.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to take Haley to the movies to see this movie, but I told her all about it. Just to open up, the movie was only $750,000 to make.
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just found that out. And
how much was the dog's budget? How much did he get paid?
That is true. How much did I think the dog's name's Indy? How much did Indy get paid?
That's the intern.
But yeah, no. So it was only $750K to make the movie, and then it took in 7.5 million.
So it made its money back.
It made its money back and more, because it was technically only supposed to make 1.5 million to get its money back, and it got its money back plus an extra 6 million. The math can be a little wrong there, but you get what I'm saying. But for those who don't know, Good Boy is a movie that is about, I guess, a possession, and it's all in the perspective of the dog.
Pretty much, yeah. You never see the humans' faces. Like, you just kind of hear their voices. You never really see the entity that much either, but...
Yeah. I heard that it's the director's dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was pretty interesting. And then I heard that they...
It wasn't a trained dog either.
Yeah, and they took their time with the movie, in the sense of, they worked as long as the dog wanted to work.
Pretty much.
And then, when the dog was you can tell the dog was over it, they were like, all right, let's wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, it took longer than a normal movie should make. I forgot how I don't know if we can look up how exactly long it took, but it's a larger amount than normal movies.
Yeah, no. Good Boy, I think it took a year. I think it took 11 months to make.
Over 400 days. There we go. Yeah, so over a year.
Yeah. No, over 400 days. Oh, yeah. Over... They spread across a 3-year period. Yeah. Damn it! I should have gave you a microphone. I totally forgot to do that. We have a new intern today, everybody.
Unpaid.
Yeah, unpaid. No. But it was very ambitious, because it was when I first saw the trailer. I will say this about the movie. The trailer to me made it feel like it was gonna go in a different direction than it actually did in the film. I don't know if that makes sense. I felt it was going to be a little more possession than it was. I think it was a crazy concept that, spoiler alert, that they made it where the owner is going through cancer.
Yeah, it's undisclosed hereditary disease, but most likely cancer.
Yeah, he's going through that, and it's showing the effects and the medication, and then the dog's reaction to all that.
Yeah.
I feel like the dog really went through it in that movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was just, they really played on, they really pulled on your heartstrings a lot for, you're scared the dog's going to get hurt, died. I think they had another dog, right? His grandpa had a dog, and that dog.
And the grandpa's dog was a golden retriever.
Yeah, Good Boy, too. Also a very good boy.
Right.
Comet or something like that. I forgot what that dog's name was, but
yeah, had a little red bandana.
Yeah.
So through the movie, it was from the dog's perspective, and basically, the main character moves into his grandfather's house, and they talk about how the grandfather was dead, and then they look at some home footage, and the grandpa had a dog, and then the dog in the movie starts seeing the other dog, and it's kind of guiding him, letting him know what's happening, what's going wrong.
Yeah.
And then it just from there, it just keeps progressing, and then it gets worse and worse.
Pretty much, just off the opening too, you see the owner, spoiler, coughing up blood and stuff, and the dog doesn't know how to react, and then sister comes in and tries to take care of him, but it's a really obviously it's focused on the dog, but it's also a very, very, I don't know, human story in a way.
The human story drives it forward, I guess.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the story outside of it, or no, I guess you would say the B story. The A story is what the human's going through. Or actually, no. I would say the A story is what the dog's going through, and then the B story is what the human's going through. But obviously those two link up together. Is there any like specific scene that stood out to you that you liked or anything?
I don't know about liked, but one scene that kind of sticks out to me, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it makes sense, is when he's coming back, I think, from his first chemo or something, and he's all in pain. He's like, and like, obviously, Indy's like trying to like either warn him about the entity or something. He's like, hey, no, I don't want to play right now. And like Indy keeps like coming back to him and coming back to him, and then eventually he just loses it, and he's like, hey, get the fuck off me. Like, I don't want to play or something like that. And he just like just pushes him like very hard. And I was just like, fuck. Like, I was like, you're an asshole for one for doing that to your dog. But I get it because like obviously this guy's under a lot of pain and stuff. So you can understand, but at the same time be like, oh, fuck you, bro. Like, don't do that to your dog.
Yeah, this movie was very like everybody was on the fence saying like the dog better not die, the dog better not die, like or the dog better not get hurt. For sure, the dog gets traumatized that entire movie.
100%. I even said like, hey, if this dog fucking dies, I'm walking out and getting a fucking refund.
Yeah,
But
the dog. Spoiler alert: the dog doesn't die, but there is a dead dog in there. There's a ghost dog, a ghost Boris, if you will.
oh, there we go.
But no, the dog's name wasn't Boris.
Oh damn it! I was like, was that the dog's
No,
name?
this is this dog's nickname. Her nickname is Boris.
Haley Boris.
Yeah, but anyways, like it didn't like okay, the dog didn't die, but the dog was getting terrorized. Like it had like a couple sequences where the dog was dreaming and was just having these horrible nightmares.
I mean, until the end, like where like I guess the owners, I guess we'll talk to that towards the end. What happens to the owner? But I think it was getting like, doesn't it like the entity was trying to choke it out or something?
Choke
like,
the dog out?
Yeah, when like it was raining towards the end, and like the owner locks him up in his like in the dog house, and like I think the owner like kind of, or I guess no, like there was another scene before that, like where the owner kind of comes home and Indy's all dirty and hiding under like behind the door. We never really see what happened, but you could like just kind of it's implied that I guess either like the entity attacked him, or I don't know. Like, what did you think about that? Do you remember that?
No. What I mean, what I remember a little more is the dog was getting yanked by its chain to come back into the doghouse.
Yeah,
that part when it was like retracting the chain to go into the doghouse.
Yeah,
like that was crazy. What also threw me off is that was the owner sick or was he possessed when he locked the dog up?
I thought at first possessed, but I think obviously, well, I guess we can spoil it.
No, it's fine. It's a review. If you know what I mean. Look, please go watch the movie. But if you haven't watched the movie, you're gonna get it spoiled here.
So I'm pretty sure he wasn't possessed. I think he was just planning on killing himself. So
yeah,
when the sister comes to pick him up, like I think planning on killing himself. So he's gonna take a bunch of pills. That's why he feeds the dog one last time, so he has food till his sister gets there, and then takes a bunch of pills, dies, and then that's why when I guess Indy's trapped in that basement where like the entity kind of lives.
Yeah.
She's there. So I don't think he was possessed. I think he was just like, I don't know, maybe, or like half possessed and like kind of like something was wrong with him, but he was clearly planning on killing himself that night. So, which he did. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he was possessed or?
No. Okay. Okay, I am lost. I was like, wait, was he possessed when he kicked this dog out in the rain or not? The kill yourself thing, I didn't put that together, to be honest.
You didn't see, like, there was a quick flash. You see, like, a pill bottle, like, empty pill bottle. So he took a bunch of pills, and he just took, I guess you could say, the easy way out because he was in a bunch of pain. So like,
yeah.
And I guess, well, there was another scene earlier in the movie where, like, he goes to the doctor, like, again.
Oh, you're saying that. Oh, like, he killed himself. And then, because you talking about seeing, because, like, he puts the dog outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dog goes through absolute trauma, okay? Yeah. And then after the dog goes through some trauma, the owner takes all the pills, and that's when he dies right there on the bed?
Yeah, you didn't see the pill bottle?
No, dude. I thought he just died.
No, he killed himself.
I thought he finally, like, the entity won in a sense, and, like, he just died of, like... it was kind of confusing. It was like he was kind of being possessed, and then it was kind of because of, like, whatever disease he may have had. So it was just like I thought he just died from the disease, but that scene was that scene kind of that pulled at my heartstrings a little bit when like he's like up and he's like Indy, he's like, how'd you get in here? And he's like all petting his dog and all that, and then like
right
he looks at the bed and then his body's right there. Like
I
was like and then like his dog could still see him and his dog still wants to roll with him, and then they go to the basement. And then the fucking entity, evil entity,
Cancer's
basically
evil.
just like, takes his soul, his spirit, right?
Kind of drags him through like the mud, I guess, and
Yeah, and drags him into that like,
honestly, what really got my heartstrings was like when Indy like pulls him back and like is trying to save him so badly, but he's like, hey, just stop, like you can't save me, and like, you're a good boy, and then he just like turns like you see through the dog's eyes too, like just he melts away, turns into like a skeleton, and he just like just dies.
and he's just gone.
That shit really hurt me. I was like, fuck, this poor dog is just like fighting so hard for his owner, but
I know.
you know,
Yeah,
couldn't save him.
that part was sad. It was like it had it's like how to explain it? It's like, okay, yes. It's a horror movie with a dog and it's following a dog. And you obviously don't want the dog to die, but it's just like, damn, it still had a sad ending.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we missed an end credit scene too. Like, if we would have stayed longer, like there is an end credit scene. Samuel L. Jackson comes out. He's like, "Oh, Indy, what do you know about the Avengers, bro?"
Indy, what do you know about the Avenger Initiative?
No.
And then Indy joins the Avengers. You heard it here first. Indy's gonna be in Avengers Doomsday.
Hopefully, Secret Wars too.
I think like for the budget, it did actually. Looking at the budget now, it actually did an amazing job for what it had. Like, yeah, some of the CGI was whatever's, but it's like it's a low budget movie. Like, I think Shudder helped make it, and then there's same people who made In a Violent Nature. So it was to me, it was a really ambitious film and all that. Like, this is just my opinion. This sounds fucked up, but I feel like somebody can grab this concept of telling it in the dog's perspective and make a better story. And like, I'm not saying that this story necessarily like sucks or anything. I'm just saying, like, I felt like it was missing. I don't know. I felt like it was missing something, or I feel like the plot could have been a little different, because it was kind of like, I don't know. I don't even think it was like, I may sound stupid, but I feel like it wasn't really a possession. It was more like of a haunting, or
like
it's because he was dying too. So like,
I mean, you can only do so much live action. Like, if I were able to see this again, I could see it being maybe 3D animated or just some kind of animation. Be a lot easier to get more, I guess, more emotive, I could say, responses from the dog. Like, obviously, you can only do so much with an actual live dog, like a live action dog. But
okay, no, I understand that too. Yeah.
So I feel like if it was animated, maybe like a same concept, but I get what you're saying. There was something kind of, I guess, kind of missing from it. Like I said, like you said from the trailer, like you were expecting more of a kind of possession movie, but I guess it had more to do with like his cancer, hereditary illness, and I guess they kind of just added in the haunting to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you agree, like, okay, first, would you agree that there's a difference between like a possession movie and a haunting movie, or all movies possession/haunting?
Well, so like Bring in the Exorcist. That's more
Okay.
possession and haunting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, like possession, you think of demonic possession. So like that's kind of its own little niche, as opposed to, I guess, The Haunting of Hill House. I don't know if you ever saw that Netflix show.
I actually haven't.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But see, the thing is, though, is I know it's like a little off topic, but it's like now I can't think. I feel stupid saying haunting because I can't think of a haunting movie that doesn't have a possession. So maybe what I mean is that like it felt more haunting, and then I feel like in a haunting there always is a possession, and then like Exorcist, for example, is like the main thing is about a possession.
Yeah, that sounds big.
So I guess there is a difference. I don't know, because I feel like I just made that up. Like,
I kind of see
I
what
don't
you're
know.
saying. It's like, I mean, this movie has ambiguous possession because you don't know, like, it's kind of taking him over, but you could also just say, like, it's the cancer also taking over his body too. Like, it's
yeah, I feel like I feel like what the let's just call it cancer, but what I feel like the cancer aspect does for the movie is makes it where, like, the sister's not gonna think twice when she finds him dead. She's just gonna be like, oh, he just died from the cancer, or he killed himself because of the pills, because of the cancer. You know what I mean? It would have been like, say if he didn't have the cancer and he was completely healthy, and then it had happened, and it was a haunting, and then he was slowly getting possessed, and then like I guess he would like more physically kill himself in that sense, and then the sister would arrive, and it would have been like a what the fuck surprise kind of death. But again, like, I'm not disregarding the movie and what they did with the movie. I'm just thinking that somebody can grab the concept and make a better movie.
Yeah, like how would you?
Yeah.
Do you have an idea for it, or?
I know it's like, oh yeah, I feel like it'd be better, and then just not have an idea. My idea or like a concept is maybe follow like a household of people, and then it's like it's the dog's perspective, and you can show like the different relationships the dog has with the different people of the family, and then you can do the haunting like more of like a paranormal haunting that way. But again, though, I feel like it was also kind of unexplained what this was. Would you do? Does it explain it, and I just missed it?
I mean, they did say like I think when he's like first goes there and like he's talking to his sister on the phone, she does say, like, oh, isn't that place haunted? Like, so it was already like pre-haunted. Like again, that's kind of the lines are blurred. It's hard to say like. I guess
What
where
it
the
was,
where
yeah.
the cancer end, where the cancer begins, where the haunting or the fucking demonic or whatever entity it is ends. Like it's a bit blurred, so it makes it a bit messy in my opinion. The other movie we're gonna talk about today also kind of feel like kind of has that problem.
Or
but-
next week?
Oh yes, you can cut that part out if you want.
No, it's okay. No one cares.
But yeah, like I don't know, just would you? So your idea, would you make that animated or would you make that live action though?
The dog?
Yeah, like your idea for like the house.
No, I'd make the dog live action.
No, yeah, so you would make it same thing as Good Boy live action.
Yeah, because like Good Boy, it's such a good concept. Like, it's a good concept and it's a good story. Like, it has its flaws, but you know, not every story is perfect. And even even what I'm suggesting is probably not perfect and has its flaws. But I feel kind of bad saying like, oh, I wanted more. But it's like, you know, with the budget they had, and again, the movie, I just checked, the movie's only an hour and 13 minutes.
That was hour 15. Yeah, it's pretty. It kind of just.
Yeah, it kind of flies by, but it's good though. I think the funniest part of the movie is when the dog. It's like they make it so epic where the dog's coming into the house to save his owner, I think, or is it trying to escape the house?
Trying to not break the fuck through that
Yeah,
window. That
yeah.
shit was
Either way,
cool.
the dog bashes through the window, and like, yeah, it's CGI, but it was still cool. Like they
That
made
shit
the
was
scene
dope.
so like, oh, like this dog's a hero and all that. Like,
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this dog would do that for me. The windows we have here are pretty thick. Would you do that for me? Yeah, she would do that for me.
I think she would. She'd
Yeah.
probably take her a couple times, but she get through there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just if this.
she'll get out of the house. She'll be really disorientated and be like throwing around and all that, but she'll make it.
But yeah, this movie like really showcases like the love that animals, dogs especially have
Yeah.
for their owners. Like I remember I saw a comment somewhere, like, oh, they should do this for like a cat movie, but instead of the cat trying to save the family, it's just like it just fucks off and he just like lets the family die. So that made me laugh.
It's like basically like there's just like a GoPro on the camera. I mean, on the cat, and the cat's just watching the family go through hell.
We can get taken over, but cat's like,
Yeah, the cat's like, oh well.
okay, I'll find a new family.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this movie really showcases the bond of like, at least a dog has with its owner. Like I wish we could have seen more of, because you see it in the beginning, like this little montage of, the owner and the dog together. Like you see that bond, but I wish we could have seen more of that. I guess like to really hammer in, like solidify their bond. But at the very least, you see it through Indy's eyes. So like you really see the love that Indy has for his owner. But I don't know. Do you think that was showcased throughout the movie?
I think it was good in the beginning because like it's funny because the movie that we're talking about next week, I feel like also starts really strong, but that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, with Good Boy, I feel like it does start strong in that, and it's showing that like that relationship, the bonding. And what's funny is that like that footage is okay. I could be wrong. Is the main actor the director?
I don't think so.
Intern, can you search that up? Is the main actor of Good Boy the director? Because then, if the footage is like that's probably real footage of him and his dog.
Actually, I think it is, but I
yeah, and it would make sense because like the dog is still relatively young.
Oh,
It's not.
Okay. So I was right the first time.
Good Boy is not the main actor. The main actor is the director's real life dog, Indy.
So, okay, so it's the director's dog, and the actor is just a paid actor.
Yeah, the director
Ben Leonberg directed the film,
written by
which was co-written by Alex Cannon, and
Shane Jensen and
also stars Shane Jensen and some other name. But anyways, okay, shout out to them. So they made that. Okay, see, so it's like, okay, so they really did put that together then, because then it kind of goes back to where the movie took over 400 days to make, which makes sense. Super side note, have you ever heard of that movie Boyhood?
Yeah.
And that took like 12 years to make
Yeah.
because it's like, have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it, but I know like the concept, like, again, 12 years to make. So you have the little, starts off as a little kid and grows up to, I think, young adolescenthood.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of just
And then
goes
that's
through
it.
his
What,
life.
imagine he died? Like, no, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up.
And look, a dark turn.
like, or like, what if, like, you know what I mean? Like, what if okay, not if he died. That's fucked up. I take that back. What if, like, he didn't want to be a part of it? There had to have been some pushback somewhere in it.
Maybe he's like, I had to devote how long to this movie? 12
Yeah,
years?
like, like,
Fuck.
it literally could have been his first project. Your first project takes 12 years of your life to make.
I mean, but it's like a pretty, what's the word? Like, it's a monumentous kind of opportunity. So
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
is true.
so it's
That
like,
is true. People will remember it forever. So what do you give Good Boy?
Oh man, I was stuck between a 6 and a 7, which again, the movie we're gonna talk about is also in that same range.
6, 7? That's crazy.
6, 7. I can never hear that again the same way.
I know, right?
A
It's
meme has
fucked up.
ruined it for me. But
I
I guess, because again, this is such like a good concept, and it was done fairly well. Again, some issues here and there that we mentioned, but I think final verdict, I'd have to give it, I think a 6 out of 10, because again, it's a good concept, but it's a horror movie, and if you're going for like scares, it's not that scary. The only scare you get is, again, what's going to happen to this dog.
That is true. What I give it, because again, like, it's just an ambitious film, and it's fun because it's freshening. I guess it's fresh. I don't know how to talk. Sorry, my bad. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I feel like a 7 out of 10 for me is like a passing grade. Maybe a little closer to a 7.5 because of how ambitious it was. Again, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like there could have been a little more.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, I have to give it to them for making this production with the actual dog. Like, it would have been, dude, the movie would have been bad if it was like a CGI dog. Like, that would have been insane.
Absolutely, yeah. They would have nowhere had the same near.
Yeah.
It's like when you have, I guess we could bring up AI actors. Like, it would be like if you had an AI actor in a movie, it's like, this person's not real. It's like it's an AI. So like, it would be the same thing if it was an AI dog. Like, you would not have that same emotion because it's like not real.
Yeah. If you're an animal lover, I would recommend watching this movie because it's a good movie overall. And it's a little scary because then you think about like, oh, well, what if my dog is going through this? And it's that concept of like, because people say that dogs see stuff that we don't. So like, it really plays into that, which does a good job. Do you have your favorite all-time dog movie?
I don't know. I really like Marley and Me. It's a sad fucking movie. But
Yeah,
like,
that one's up there.
that one's like so fucking good. Like, obviously it leaves you feeling depressed at the end, but just to see this journey of this bond, like a dog with his family. So like that one really gets me. I don't know. Like, can you name some off like right now?
Beethoven, Air Bud. There's a movie called Spike. It's like an old ass, I think, 90s movie. Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. Cujo, obviously.
Okay, Cujo. Yeah, that is true. Okay, for me, Homeward Bound. Because every time without fail, that movie makes me cry. And this is my other dog. This is Lane. We had to get both dogs in for it. He's a little more crazy, so he wouldn't chill on it. He wouldn't chill on the episode. But have you ever seen Homeward Bound?
I don't think so. Maybe as a kid, but like
Has Michael J. Fox in it?
I love Michael J. Fox, so will have to give it a watch.
Yeah. So basically, just to go into it real quick. Basically, it has Chance, who's like kind of like a pit bull mix, I would say, and he's like a young pup. And then it has like a golden retriever in it named Shadow, and he's like the old man. And then it has Sally in it, who's a Siamese cat, and she's like a older cat. She's in the movie, and basically, they're all real animals, by the way. And basically, their owners are there, and their owners, they all have their owners. They all have their own kids. Like, that's what they call them. And basically, the owners go on a road trip, and then the dogs think that they're abandoning them and the cat. So then they get sent to a ranch, their friend's ranch, and then they escape the ranch, and they go to look for their owner.
I'm going to have to check out Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen it as a kid.
Yeah.
But
the movie still makes me cry when I see the clip. There's a clip where Shadow gets stuck in a ditch, and he tells the dog and the cat to just leave him. And then and I'll probably cry right now. And then they're like, it cuts to the next thing and it shows the family and the family sitting there. And then like they hear barking or whatever. So the family's like, what? Like, our animal's back? And then I think his name's either, I think it's Chance or Chase, but I think it might be Chance. So then Chance comes over the hill and then the little boy is like excited because his dog's back. And then after Chance comes, it's the cat. So then the sister is super happy because it's, obviously her cat.
Yeah.
And then it shows like the older brother. He's probably a teenager but still young. And he's sitting there and like the movie's it always makes me cry. The movie's like it's super quiet and he's just like looking over, and then he just like puts his head down and then he's just like, he was too old anyways. And I was like, God damn, what the fuck? And then they have the golden retriever come over the hill and he's like limping and he's like, Peter, like da 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 da, Peter, blah, blah, like because the animals can talk, but like they only can talk to each other or themselves.
Yeah.
So like the humans can't hear it, and then then they reunite. That shit makes me cry every single time.
Well,
I'll show you after this episode.
You know what dog movie always makes you cry though? Besides that,
Marley and Me.
I was gonna say Old Yeller too.
Old Yeller. I've actually never seen Old Yeller.
You've never seen Old Yeller? Fuck, but you know what happens at the end, right?
Yes, I do know. That's
That one.
I would do it if I had to. Okay, sorry.
Oh my god.
I would. It's true though. Like, would you want anybody else to put your dog down if in that situation?
Absolutely not. No, but
You know what I
obviously
mean?
just keep your dog away from rabies and you'll be good.
I know. Moral of the story: be a responsible dog owner.
Yeah, don't get cancer and keep your dog away from rabies.
Sheesh. Alrighty, everybody. That was an episode of ReviewBox. Jacob, thank you for being on the episode, and we will see you again next week.